Guys, welcome back. It's time to fire up your consoles and have a go at building a Chinook. But first up, for the intro, we are at Disney's Got Talent, and Fives is really trying to smash out the dance moves. We've got a tough crowd. Yeah, they look pretty tough to me. Padme Amidala, she's on the she's on the panel, and we've got Edna Mode. She's also on the panel. There's something not right about Padme today. She doesn't seem herself. Yes, that's right, darling. She's dreaming again, daydreaming. She's no use at all. I'm stuck it. I'll check out if she's okay. Let's just see. Ah, Sky Guy. So handsome, so lovely. Yep, she's not with it at all. Okay, we're gonna have to take over for you, Padme. I'm sorry, but your buzzer is inactive. We're gonna have to help out. Oh no, not the golden buzzer! Not the golden buzzer! What do you think, Edna? I don't like him, darling. Yeah, I'm not so fussed. We've seen dancing stormtroopers before, haven't we, guys? Seen Boogie Storm. What do you think, crowd? Meh. Okay. Yes, toasted. But I assure you guys that no stormtrooper is harmed in this video. He's absolutely fine. It's all an illusion. So let's go and have a look and see. He's absolutely fine and tap dancing away still underneath the stage. Alright, so yeah, we are getting back to the point. We are going to be building a Chinook. Word of the week is toasted! Toasted. Okay guys, we are on the dreaded boring block of doom. Okay, this is well, it's not going to be boring for long because we're going to make a Chinook, and also if you stick with it as well, we're going to just have a little look at putting a couple of guys in there as well. Okay, let's try and just follow along with these basic shapes for now. So we've got the curved block, which is going to be the roof of the Chinook. So let's go for the half dome. That's going to comprise the front of the roof and the nose as well a little bit. We're also going to need the upside down curved block, and that's going to be the underbelly of the fuselage. And you're going to see what, stick with it, because this is just showing you the shapes essentially that you need. If you put them down, it's going to help you. And I'll just show you a technique for that really does help. So we've got that basic panel as well, haven't we, that's like 1 cube high, and we've got a balcony piece. I'm not so sure I'd call that a balcony piece, but you know, that's what they call it in here. upside down ramp vertical. Well, that's a real catchy name. Okay, but we're going to plot one of those down there as well. What else could we use in this bad boy? Yep. Okay, so we're going to have a long wedge block. What I want to do is I want to take my idea, I want to improve it for you guys, so you've got something you can use in every toy box you go for. So we're going to have square blocks. Now that's going to help us with the cockpit area and maybe another couple of areas, but yeah, okay, always useful to have one of those. So let's go ahead with the next section. The most important part, well, one of the most important parts, and you'll find it in platforming toys when I eventually scroll through to it. I like having a nosy. Okay, so we're going to plop those down there. So that's a Droid Factory rotating blades piece. We need 2 of them, and it's a shame they don't spin a bit faster, but you know, let's keep it basic for now. Okay, so let's try and find ourselves a decent colour for this thing, and when you find green metal, that's what I used in the X-Men video, so we're going to go for that. We're going to stick with that theme. I mean, you can choose whatever colour you like. I find this one works quite nicely, so that's going to be our majority colour. Let's think of that as our majority colour. Okay, so without further ado, let's lift it up to a point where you think townspeople's parachutes are going to work. Now, that's why I'm saying stick with it, guys, because it is a really nice little feature, and I had to omit it from the X-Men video, sadly, because it just wasn't working out for me. But it might work out for you guys. It depends how you view things. See, might be just what your toy box needs, or your map. And by building this Chinook, we can include it in several levels. I mean, all you've got to do is do a new save, and you've got another Chinook, and you can rip it to pieces if you like, or you can crash it into something. You know, it depends what level of creator you are. So yeah, let's have a look at this. So we're going to just, as you can see, it's all starting to come together pretty quickly. It's not all that hard, that upside down curve, the curve block, sorry. And then we've got to just pick out an upside down half dome for the underside of the nose of the craft. So yeah, again, once you've selected that set theme, you can place the colour blocks down. Do you know, for ages I hadn't thought to do that, and I was forever colouring in individual pieces, and then I thought, what am I doing? There has to be a better way, and luckily there's enough tutorials on YouTube to help you out a little bit, and I guess if this is the first time you've seen that, it's going to help you out. I think I have to thank 72 Pringle and Professor Toybox for that one. They helped me have the epiphany to set the theme. Thank goodness. So you can see we've pieced that together fairly quickly with me waffling on. Count your blocks, guys. Just check that you're about the same as me. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but what will happen is that you need these blades to work. So just count up the blocks, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're gonna just, on that one, we're gonna change it out. We're gonna change it for this ledge block, because we don't want it too rounded. We want some kind of details in there, because we are struggling with basic blocks. It is a bit of a struggle to try and get detail. But in that, what you're trying to do here is capture the essence of a Chinook, rather than try and build a perfect Chinook, because that's as wonderful as that may be, I don't think it's possible with the game. So okay, let's move along swiftly and see what else we can do with this thing. Now you can see that's a bit too tall maybe, so we're just going to use these square blocks again. Now they are useful. Don't always use them, but you know, they are useful to have around. They're the basic brick for a lot of builds, especially for my boys. So yeah, let's have a look and see. They're well into Minecraft as well, guys, so that really does help with basic block building, because you have a lot more options in this for like rounded blocks, but Minecraft is full of options. Let's piece this together nicely. I'm hoping that you can follow along with this, guys. It's I'm trying to go at a speed where you can just nip through this and follow along quickly with it. Okay, so starting to take shape, really is starting to take some shape, guys. And yeah, let's just, we want to raise that level at the back for the back rotor. So let's put some wedge blocks in. Okay, do I want wedge blocks there? Yeah, I'm going to swap those out, guys. I'm going to swap those out for something like at the front here. Look, if I select that, something I've already used before, the next one I select, it's already there. It's really easy. Rotate. Shazam! That already looks better than the one in the X-Men map that I did. But it just goes to show, if you tweak and play with stuff, you can make it better. I mean, just take this as a basic concept. You might just want to add and tweak and do what you want with it. Because ultimately, I'm just showing you the way that I do it. Yours could be completely different. Okay. Now this is a bit of a trick, because you've got to try and center this. If it's slightly off center, it's going to look weird. So let's try and center it up as best as we can over those little square blocks that we just put in the middle there. And the reason I use the ledge hangs is because it just takes a straight edge off, and I can colour that in afterwards. So let's take this guy up. And then that's the bulk of it. I mean, it appears to be flying even if they are turning slowly. Okay. Again, it's a bit of a trick trying to position that. Try and position it so it's not clashing with anything. And these blades will actually kill the player. So if you've got flying players trying to board that helicopter, that's what makes it kind of good, and a good choice is that if you fly up, that's going to kill you. As crazy as that sounds, but it you know, it makes logical sense. So okay, let's have a look. Ooh, what else can we do next? So nice, yeah, we've got the bulk of it. We've got essentially we've got a floating platform as well, which is something if you like creating in Fortnite. Floating platforms can be a bit of a trick, and for anyone who's a Fortnite creator as well, I used to do a bit in Fortnite, but not much. But if you wanted to build anything floating in the sky, you'd have to have something attached to it, which is kind of a bit of a pain. Don't know if it's still the case, but it was a pain. And as you know, I like building flying vehicles, so okay, let's panel this bad boy up, and you can rotate these, look, see, and just cover up some of the bits you don't want to see. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy pants, guys. Okay, you'll see what I'm doing here in a little while when I start to colour this in. The green metal really does set it off, though. I think it's a nice colour to pick. But you could, if you wanted it to look a bit more shield-like, for instance, for the Avengers, or you wanted to make a VTOL craft or something like that, you might want to choose blue. But the blue options are very limited in this game. I only found that out when I tried to build what was it in Race Secret ATAT video. Yeah, I tried to build a TARDIS for Doctor Who, and I was looking for a blue, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna end up like with some crazy colour schemes here. All I wanted was navy blue. Yeah, you'll notice that one, guys, if you ever come to look for navy blue. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing aircraft, maybe some greys or asphalt colours would look kind of cool as well. Depends what you want to try and tackle next. I mean, yeah. Okay, so I've panelled up that side. It's not exactly the same as the other side, and there is a reason for that, because we want to stick a door in the other side that functions. Because we want to be able to hit a button, the door opens, and you can jump out with your team. And yeah, just a few little tweaks here and there, guys. You know, try and follow along. So we've panelled up the sides, so now the sides are all enclosed. Looks good, but it's going to look a bit better. I'll just get rid of these. Okay, I might just take that up. Yeah, I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to put it inside the helicopter, just because it's a cool place to spawn in a level. It would be a great place to start a level. It's the way I see it. I didn't do it in mine, but I need to kind of show you that there is a way. It'd be great just to parachute in with a crew, and you land in the level and you're behind enemy lines or something like that. You know, just let your mind run riot and have some fun with this, because this is amazing fun. I mean, it's made out of basic blocks, so you know, it's not super duper accurate. I'm just looking for a way to try and trick the terrain template there. Don't worry about that too much, guys. It's nothing to really follow. Okay, so we've got our spawn pointers inside. Let's start changing some colours and making it a bit more interesting. Okay, let's swap that out for steel. I think I'm going to choose steel on this occasion for that one, because the reason I picked steel there and not blacktop is because that's going to be blacktop in a minute when I start picking the colours. Yeah, let's see if we can pick any more. Whilst I'm on that colour, I'm just going to see if I can just pick out a few more details there, guys. I think we'll make that steel. We'll make that one steel. You know. Okay, let's make it look like it's got some working parts, is all I was thinking. You could choose something completely different if you prefer to use something like Death Star conduits or something like that, you know. Okay, let's make it look like it's got some working parts, is all I was thinking. You could choose something completely different if you prefer to use something like Death Star conduits or something like that, you know. Okay, let's make it look like it's got some working parts, is all I was thinking. You could choose something completely different if you prefer to use something like Death Star conduits or something like that, you know. essentially if you spawn in there, you're not going to see much of this for very long, and then by the time you hit the ground, you look back up and it'll just sort of become a bit of a blur. It'll just be a nice looking piece. So yeah, we're going to pick the army one, and that's where you usually come in on your colour scheme. So yeah, pick a panel here, and we're going to put the army one. Now that's it's the US Army one, as far as I'm aware. It's the star rondel of the US Army. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's stick that on. It just gives it a little accent, something a bit different than just a green blob, guys. You don't want a big green blob floating in the air, because just yeah. Well, you know where I'm coming from. Okay, let's carry on anyways. Okay, so we need to find a good black colour for this. Now sometimes I'd go for the Tron one, and then I think, well, that red glow's just a bit too kind of off-putting. And when I look at the blades, guys, there is a red glow there, but hey ho, you know. Let's go with the flow. It kills flying players, so it's actually you gotta sacrifice something sometimes. Okay, let's go for that. Yeah, black top. Black top's a good all-round, just flat black colour that you can use, and it is very, very useful for cockpits and things like that, because you haven't got any glass or any kind of glass blocks as such, and this game does miss that, I think. And I can think of several applications already for glass blocks. It doesn't have them in. Again, the water for me is a bit of an issue as well, for the watercolour scheme. But it is an older game, guys, and I'm still playing it 2020, so you know, I can't quibble too much. Games have come a long way since this one. They do well to re-release this game. If you agree, smash it in the comments below. I do follow Infinity Adventures, and there's a lot of people that still have a lot of love for this game, and you can kind of see why. I mean, it is really, really good fun. So as I'm colouring this in, I'm just chatting away, guys. Alright, nice. So as you can see, we're starting to look like we've got some kind of windows in there. You don't necessarily need them if you don't want them. That's up to you. I mean, I just colour them in black, so from a distance it looks like there's windows there. But we're a bit different this side, because we want this part, we want that part to move. That's going to be our moving door, and it's not going to take long to get that sorted, dudes. Let's have a look and see if we can go down to creativity toys. Let's get that path creator tool out. Yeah, path creator. Okay. Yeah, we're going to drop it there, center of the block. I always tend to go center just because it's easier in my mind. You can drop it to the bottom if you like, but I just like it there for some reason. It's just one of the things I do. So yeah, let's go to the properties of that one, switch it off, because we're going to be working in there for a little bit. We'll play around with that in a second. Okay, so what we need to do is attach this block now to that path. Let's attach the block to the path. Yep. Okay, so it's there, but we've got to see. Oh yeah, look, see what I mean. So what we need to do, just to bring that down again, I'm just going to change the offset. You know how Poppa loves an offset or two. Down we go. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, that's sitting directly over the opening hatch, if you like. Let's have a look at the movement style. It's one thing I sometimes forget. I'm just going to do one way and stop. I was thinking back and forth. Back and forth is another option for you guys, but I'm just going to do one way and stop on this occasion. Sweet. Okay, so it's attached to the path. The path isn't on. Okay, and we're not going to switch it on until we've got all the logic to that path sorted, and then when we do, it should be great. So yeah, it's not looking too bad, is it? So if you've got this far, guys, you've already got a Chinook. You've got a door that is potentially going to open on your Chinook, and yeah, pretty cool stuff, isn't it? So yeah, I don't think we're going to do much more with the path creator now. So yes, sweet. So we're inside. As you can see, I think it needs a bit of colour on the floor there. There is another colour scheme which I used in the X-Men video for this one, which is the crate colour scheme. So let's just go ahead and try and let's just see what happens here, because sometimes when you put a path creator in, you get sucked out of the level when you, well, not out of the level, but you get sucked away from where you are once you start playing with path creators. So sometimes it's worthwhile colouring in first and then putting your path creator stuff after. I'm just trying to find this crate one, because the crate one is absolutely brilliant for this. It's got like a military look to it. It just adds to the vibe. Just really does add to the vibe. So let's yeah, let's go for that. Crate, yes. I want to make it look like it's been used and seen a bit of action. If it was nice and polished, it just wouldn't feel the same to the player. So let's do that. Yep, okay. So as you can see from the outside, it's starting to take shape. It's lighter on the underbelly than it is on the top. Now, you're looking at a camouflage perspective from the ground. If you were looking up at the helicopter, it offers a certain degree of kind of camouflage. I think you'd hear it coming if you could see. Quite often you see a black silhouette, but you know, the paint schemes are a little bit like that. Okay, I think it looks kind of cool, so I'm going to go with that. Just breaks it up a bit again, not just a big green blob. Don't want a big green blob. That's what we're trying to avoid. So, okay, and leave that. You can colour those in, guys, if you like. It's up to you. I think we panelled on the outside, but that's, you know, it's up to you as well. So we need to be able to control this door, don't we? So let's get on with that, guys. Let's get this target. Now it's a nice easy trigger switch to use, in my opinion. We're at the wrong end, so let's go and pop it down by the door, so it's a nice and handy place to have it. So we've got to pop it there. Okay, let's hook it up. Then yeah, new logic connection. When hit, this is what makes it lovely and simple. When hit, path creator, yeah, and then we want to reset and play. Super easy, isn't it? Okay, right. That is kind of cool. Do you know what? Yeah, I think we'll have another one just for reset and stop. So we're going to drop another one there. When hit, again. It's a new logic connection. When hit, we're then going to reset and stop. Check the other options though first. Yeah, I think we'll just go with that. So I've got a bit of a sore throat today. Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, we need to change the speed, because 100 is going to be way too fast. Let's change it to 20. It's a bit more civilized. Okay, so active on. You can see it's working there straight away. As soon as you switch it on, what it wants to do is to follow to the end of the path. Now don't be put off by that, because you've now got control of the path. Okay, and that goes for big builds as well. You're building a flying spaceship that flies across your map, and then you switch that on and it just goes whizzing off, and you're like, oh no, what am I going to do? As long as you've got control of that path for testing, you're fine. Okay, so without further ado, you've now got a Chinook, you've got the means to control the door, and this is just, yeah, I love it. I love it, guys. I love this game. Okay, so now we need a crew. Now we need some guys to help. Now, I did omit these guys from the X-Men video because I was going to put these guys in. Leave behaviour on none, and then they'll fight for you. Okay, so let's change them to blue team. Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm only going to do a couple guys here, because otherwise it... Oh no, he just fell through. See, there's problem number one. They can fall through gaps for some reason. Okay, but let's not be put off by that just for the sake of this video. Let's just bring him back up. Change his properties, change it to blue team, and then bring him back up. Okay, that might happen to you guys if you're doing this as well. Alright, don't be put off by it, just keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't done word of the week either. Ooh, one will come to me. One will come to me pretty shortly. Okay, I think that's enough for now. We want a trigger area just on the spawn. As soon as you spawn in, they'll follow you. You don't have to put this in, guys. You leave yourself open. I just want to show you a possibility that you can use with this. It looks cool. That's all. So, so yeah, if you want to fill this full of normal enemies, or new logic connection when entered by the player, any player. I'm just going to hook these up to follow me. Come on, guys, where are you? Now, it can get tricky when there's a few bits around, but we want them to follow. Okay. Okay, do the same for the other guy. Let's do the same for the other guy. Alright. So in all fairness, I mean, if you've done what you want with this, by all means go ahead and watch another video, or one of my other videos. If you want to see what happens with these UN Guard townspeople, it'd be worthwhile just sticking with it until the end. I know it's a long video today, guys, but hopefully this will set you up for a lot of military-based toy boxes, if that's what floats your boat. I mean, I haven't built a tank yet, but hey, who knows where I go with it. Yeah, let's change that out. I don't like the basic block that you land on. For some reason, I have a severe dislike for it. So now it looks slightly more interesting. Right, who are we going to pick? Who's going to be our bad guy? The hazmat specialist. Okay, hazmat specialist. Let's just change his team and his actions. Oh gosh, that can be such a pain. Okay, if you're having problems like that, just pop out and get the wand out and just do it like that instead. It's easy. It's easier. Sometimes you have to do it vice versa as well. So yeah, cool. We've got a hazmat guy. We're going to change to orange team, but we're going to make him do something. We're going to make him flee. Yeah. Okay, he's going to be running around like a crazy thing. Okay, same goes for his mate there. I think we're going to let's make him run around, and let's put him on orange team as well. Okay, he's running around on orange team. So we're going to be chasing these guys essentially. Maybe they're running because they panic because the helicopter's just shown up, or maybe it's just because of Nick Fury's presence alone. Really, maybe that is why. So let's get ourselves back up in the helicopter and let's just test it. Now, testing is a key part of any map builder, any map build, and if you already create stuff, you'll know how important testing is. So let's save it at that point. Okay. We've got everything we want. Everything's gone reasonably smoothly up until now. So it's always worth saving regularly. Just chuck him out. You go. Yeah, his parachute is okay. He's good. Okay, out you go. Okay, right. So we've got orange team and we've got blue team. Oh, and he's phased again. So yeah, that's another problem with townspeople. They phase through stuff. Okay. Right, yeah. They're not attacking him, are they, guys? In fact, he's got time to look at his watch. That's not good enough, pal. That's not good enough for this video. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to try and figure out a way that we're just going to stop those guys following us. Now, it can be as simple as a trigger area. So we're going to use a trigger area. Let's just rotate that a little bit there. And you see the little the little locator type things, you can drag that all the way across the whole area. So we'll drag that all the way across this area. Now you might want to put this a bit further on in your level or in your map, so they follow you for a bit and then they stop following you. So new logic connection when entered by player, any player, and we've got to select these two guys here. That's it. We want them to stop following us so then they can get down to business. Okay, cool. So that's one of them. New logic connection when entered, again player. It's good to do it twice so you guys can see just what I'm doing. In a way, that's why I want two guys in there each time, so you can see that I've done it twice, so you're familiar with it. We want to stop following. Okay, so as soon as you land on the ground, they'll stop following you, and they won't follow you again until you make them follow you. Okay, which is kind of cool. I mean, you could do that with enemies as well if you put them on the same team as you, but these guys don't attack you if they're on a different team. That's the joy of them. Okay, there you go. Check your parachutes work. You've done all your checks, or it's too late now. Right, okay, they landed. Come in it. Look at this. This is so cool. I love it. Making use of the parachutes. They're there for a reason, guys. Why not build a helicopter? And if you have done, congratulations, you've now got a Chinook. Congratulations, guys. The benefits of coming to Poppa-H-YT's channel. I say it's Poppa-H-YT's channel. It's a channel for you guys to enjoy. So, although it's Poppa-H-YT's channel, it is also your channel, and I really want to focus on that because it's you guys who are going to make it good, essentially. So I'll just come and bring a few ideas to the table. Okay, let's save that. I think we've got that working nicely now. The troopers are firing their little Nerf guns. They do look like Nerf guns. Nerf Fortnite blaster there. I think we've got one kicking around the house somewhere. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so he's trying to stop him. Not doing a very good job. And this is why I've omitted these particular guys out of my X-Men level, because I needed to be a challenge. And these guys only take a little tiny bit of health off you if they're on the opposite team. So it'll take them some time to defeat these guys. But if you're looking at aesthetics and having a bit of action going on in the background, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, if you imagine there's a few more than just two, a few explosions going off, maybe a bit of pyro here and there, I think you'll have a wicked level, guys, with a military theme. And also, by building it this way, you can, which is very important to build, and I've only really just realised this recently, is that if you build if you build the Chinook for continuity, you can then take that into your next map and it be present in the next map as well without having to rebuild the whole thing all over again. It depends how you want to work it. If you go into a new part of like a new map, that works well. If you're doing the same map again, you can move that one around. I mean, you can move that one around easy because it's not on a path. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. That's it for today. There'll be more coming soon, so stay tuned.